What would you say are some of the most effective ways an organization can prepare their employees for a shift to the cloud?
And I promise I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to a network who cares deeply about learning, but learn and train. There's a chapter in my book, and actually there's a blog I wrote. It started as a blog post that I have out on the internet first that suggests that you already have the people you need to succeed with the cloud. And effectively, what that's conveying is, you already have folks who are doing stuff in your organization, even if they're not skilled or trained in the cloud. Particularly if they're an IT professional, they're naturally curious, and you already have them. Like, the best thing you can possibly do to enable your organization for a large move to the cloud is, one, give them the space to experiment and do the on-the-job learning, but also sort of bring in any number of learning and education and training programs, whether that's through us as a vendor or through a partner or whatever. Wherever it comes from is sort of besides the point. But giving opportunity for people in a large organization to learn, to get their hands dirty, to try new things, and then of course, marry that experimentation with the needs and the priorities of the business. I don't mean just like let people go work on whatever they want necessarily, but giving people the opportunity to learn is just the fastest way. And in my experience, one of the things I overlooked when we started moving Dow Jones early on, and then when we started training folks, everything started to move a lot faster, because particularly in a big change program, people can be anxious when they don't sort of quite see how they fit into the bigger picture, or if they don't know how what they do today maps to what they're going to be doing tomorrow. So the best way I found to get them over that anxiety is to just teach them what they need to know in order to do the next role that they need. And we haven't changed physics or the fundamentals of computer science. We've really just made it easier to build distributed systems at scale. So training, education, and creating a culture of learning is really, I think, the most effective way to really enable that across teams.
So what advice then do you have for smaller organizations or mid-sized organizations that might not have the budget or the resources to be able to invest in professional trainers and development and education? What is it that they can do to still continue to train and educate their employees and staff?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think giving the space for one or two small projects to start, where the folks, even in a small organization, you can have a number of people who are leaning in, who want to try to do something new and to try it out, doing it in a new way. Find those folks and really give them the space in a really highly visible way that other people can see and observe, to try to do something in a new way. And over a period of time, you really start to celebrate. Hopefully you're going to start to see some results from that, and you're going to celebrate what that looks like, so that people get a sense for how it could be better for them. But you don't need a huge. Of course, if you have hundreds or thousands of folks and you're trying to get them all on the same page, or train and enable them all at the same time, then maybe you want to kind of think about a large scale sort of training program. But in an organization of, let's say, 10 or 50 or even 75 people, taking a couple of folks who are naturally curious, and those folks tend to self-select, and give them the opportunity to go build and try something new, coupled with some business part. Maybe you need a new website you need to build, or a new piece of middleware, whatever the case may be, and really allow them to do the on-the-job learning. I mean, the internet and the World Wide Web is full of all sorts of places for people to, all sorts of great content for people to get started with the cloud, or, frankly, anything. I learned how to sync on watching a YouTube video just last week, something I never thought I would have to do, but I was in a position where I had to do it, and I learned how to do it in 5 minutes. And I think that same paradigm applies to lots of things, including the cloud.